Yo, stand up, we gon' make some moves tonight. Yeah, stand up, got something to prove tonight. So stand up, we ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We ain't gonna stall, never stop. We gon' make it all to the top. We ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. Time to stand up, take control tonight. Spend too much time on the plan, it's right. It's time to execute now on your dream in life. Gotta fail fast, learn, try again and fight, alright. Pull the trigger, 6-7 figures. Making that money from the drive that's in ya. Gold digger, making money quicker. Pain is good, make your skin a little thicker. It ain't luck, anyone that's at the top, no it ain't luck. It's a grind, it's a time since the day one. It's your mind deep inside, how you stay tough, how you get back up. You put the work in and it comes back. Multiply, stack, execute and you can take that. What you want bad, it's the truth, I'm the change that you can make that. Yeah, I've done it, it ain't luck, I can teach you. Stand up, we gon' make some moves tonight. Yeah, stand up, got something to prove tonight. So stand up, we ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We ain't gonna stall, never stop. We gon' make it all to the top. We ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. You could get it all in some time. Make your dreams come to life. We ain't thinking small, thinking light. We just want it all in our sights. Move quicker, see the big picture. You could be selfish or you could be a giver. Go wizard, problem solve fixer. We ain't giving up till it's all delivered, Don't stop at the top, we gon' make it alright. No loss, just hard working and some long nights. Get lost, we dive deeper, disciplined life. The cost of sweat, time, yeah, worthy price. I don't care what they all say, no way. Negativity, any hate, I got no space. We gon' put our hands up to the sky. Appreciate our lives and we fight till we die. Yo, stand up, we gon' make some moves tonight. Yeah, stand up, got something to prove tonight. So stand up, we ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We ain't gonna stall, never stop. We gon' make it all to the top. We ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright.
Breaking news out of Placer County. 16-year-old Kylie Rodney.
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 Kylie Rodney is
Kylie Rodney.
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 Kylie Rodney. Kylie Rodney. Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney. Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney. Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Maya Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie.
Kylie.
Kylie Rodney.
What up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Look, I was not planning on doing a live. I've been hurting all day today. I went outside. I don't know. It was still daylight out. I think it was something like 3 o'clock. And I was just shooting the shit with some of my dudes. We were talking about cars and working on cars and just a little bit of everything, a little bit of politics, a lot of what is going on in this world today. And I came in a house. It was dark time, so I'm gonna assume like 7:30. I was hanging out with my puppy, letting this cat be an asshole that it is. And I was just shooting the shit through like emails, DMs, just kind of catching up on things. And then a boob tube slid in to my inbox and asked a very, very important question. Does anybody have documentation where it came from, who started the whole search and rescue? I know we brought it up in one of my lives. I just, for the life of me, cannot remember where the whole search and rescue wound up costing $3.5 million is what I thought it was. Anywhere between $3 and $3.5 million. Does anybody remember what news outlet, where it came? Because look, my scroll they're just going off, and I'm not going to be able to sleep until I find this answer. And if I don't find this answer tonight, we're going to be up till 5 a.m. like we were last night, you see. So, the only thing that I can think to do is just try to find the answer, you know? If anybody has a direct source. Because I know I've heard CB say something about it. I've heard Laura say something about it. I've heard a lot of locals speak on this specific amount of, it was like $3.5 million. I remember Cece saying something about $3 million. I remember a lot of people discussing this amount. And then right before I clicked the live button, before I sent my last message out, something hit me. And I really just something about numbers. And when I see a pattern in numbers, let's just state it. So you have the YouTuber that tried to put Kylie's name out there because he had 3.5 million subscribers. Then you have, it took under 35 minutes for AWP to find this car. And then now you also have $3.5 million that this search and rescue operation took. And I would love to know, one, why there's this 35 in there, but two, who knows the source of this information. I'm going to go through. The math ain't mathing, because no matter which way I try to math it out, so like, I got one mathing to where it became $2.9 million. I have another one that's like $9.3 million, clear up to $93 million that it would have costed for this search and rescue. And if I have to go to the National Forest, USFS or whatever, and put a FOIA request in to see, you know, what salaries combined with all these agents and agencies. So the numbers that we do know, let me take these headphones on. I always feel like I'm yelling when I have them on. Hold on, let me take it off. I hope it doesn't fuck up my audio. Please don't. We still have audio, y'all. I have to take these headphones off. I can feel what these do to my head when I put them on in multiple ways, and I don't like it. That's why I prefer OBS. All I have to have them on long enough for my intro shit. And then I gotta take them off, because oof. Does anybody remember where we are? And I've heard a lot of people repeat. I could have sworn, like, if I think about it, I could have sworn, because I thought it was in Discord. And I could have sworn that I read something, and for whatever reason, my brain wants to say, what's that, like Yuba City, Yuba City Net, or Yuba Net, or something like that. I want to say it was in like a write-up article that it gave an estimate of how much the search and rescue effort costed. I don't know if someone bragged about it on a town council meeting, like, BoobTube really got me thinking. It's a good thing. Look, I was laying on the couch. I was like, oh, I'm just going to check my emails for the night. I'm going to get the puppy and the kitty to get up on the couch and snuggle with me. And if I fall asleep, but I couldn't stop. Like, I always, like, there's so much information about Kiely Rodni's case that I can't look away from. Like, when I see a discrepancy in yeah, Yuba Net. Okay, CB, you got me. See, I knew it was Yuba something, Yuba City, Yuba something. .net. I don't know. I just remember Yuba being in it. And then I can't stop thinking about the Yuba City couple, not couple, which is weird. It's like a couple, not couple, and then you got the aunt, not aunt at fucking Trinity's case, and then you got the friend, not friend in Kylie's case. It's crazy. It's crazy. Crazy. But I'm really interested, so I'm gonna go ahead and close this. I went to the Internet Archives because y'all know I just absolutely this is my shit right here. Internet Archives is the shit. Look, I think I will go through like a grieving process if they ever fully take down the Internet Archives. This has been my home. Oh my goodness, it's been like 2 decades that I've used the Internet Archives. It's been a long time. I found the MRAP Nevada County Board meeting on 12/6/2023, but no official number. You know what? I think it was when that, the dark brown, shorter guy. I think I did a video on it, actually. All right, y'all, let's do some work. All right, look, I have to revisit Charlotte's stuff because Charlotte Green has put out some incredible work as well around the Kylie Rodney case. And I see why they try to take her channel down. It's crazy how they target people, what they put people through. But if you look in the politics and the system of what's going on in America right now, it's all the same pattern of corruption. Anyway, yeah, Charlotte Green, I need to revisit her videos. I'm gonna start with her shorts, but did I not do a video? Alright, so you're saying it's the Nevada, I do like the Nevada County. I like the Washoe ones too. That's the one where I heard the freaking Satan thingy at. Did I let that Satan dude come in and do a fucking spell on that whole ass meeting? Anyway. What do I want? Is it the board meetings or is it yeah, board meeting, because they have the town meeting, the board meeting, and then they have another one. I don't know. City Town Council, whatever the fuck it's called. County of Nevada. Alright, and what you got? August 6th, this guy right here? This one right here? I don't think I watched this one. The one I'm thinking of, what the hell is that dark brown haired dude? He was like one of the first to show up. There's the link, you have to approve it. Oh, hold on, let me just make you a mod here. That way you can post links anytime you want. Just give me a minute because I gotta pull it up. Ooh. Why won't it? Oh, because I'm not in my own account. Come on, man. Ooh, let me try to log into my own account. If it'll let me. Oh, give me 1 second. I'm pretty sure it's this one, but dude, go to my channel. How do I go there? View channel. Bulbtube. Where you at? There, now you can drop the link in here, and I can click on it. I think it's this one. No, because this is 2024. You're saying 2023. What up, Billy? Sage is in the house. I was excited to see that name pop up in here. There's a lot of good people up in here. What's up? I know I should probably do this one from my main channel so that it gets more views and more people can comment, but we might as well just go live and thank you. Appreciate it. I'm gonna mute myself. Oh, I know why. Oh man, I don't want to switch. Hold on. Let me do a thing.
The more you think about it.
Okay, let me pause this. Now I have to put headphones back on, but it's okay. It'll be okay. Whoa, my hands are not working today. I never turned them off anyway.
Now that the easier it will be.
The fuck is
when
this?
The time comes that you need to evacuate.
We've
Bro,
created this network.
I don't want your ads, Miss Lady. I know you put a timestamp in here. I could have sworn.
Okay, good morning. I'd
4
like to
hour
call this
30.
meeting to order. Gosh,
Oh,
12/6/2022.
shut the fuck up.
Let's see, Patrick.
I can't stand hearing these people talk, honestly.
And just as I moved out of the
Is this the one
range
about the
of
fire?
The explosions.
Dude.
They started happening. And
This is how you know. This is how you know I've watched these meetings, because I know some of these people's story, and it's crazy. It's really crazy.
10-minute drive normally to Chico became almost 4 hours. So it was a long trip.
Okay. 1:30. Well, let's chop at 1:30.
People kept telling us their story of how they escaped.
Oh, here it is. I see
They
it.
talked about
and maybe even outside the state.
Okay, let's go back a tiny bit.
So we recommend that you put people in your network that are down the street,
Mm-hmm.
that are maybe the next town over, that are outside the county, and maybe even outside the state.
They got this music in here and shit, dude.
The final tier of the Ready, Set, Go is that go piece, and it's simply that, it's go. Evacuation information.
Oh, sorry, it's
comes
zoomed
two
in on him.
types.
There you guys go.
The first type could be an evacuation warning. This is essentially information that we're going to push out to the public, notifying them of a potential threat in their area where they may have to evacuate their home.
Look,
An
we'll watch it
evacuation
together.
order is essentially that.
No, because I see Shannon Moon, Shanann Moon is about to come up. I just wanted to.
That you have much time to leave the area.
I wanted to start it before. We can watch it from here. It's fine. Look.
Code Red is a
That ain't even their
alerting-
clip. That clip is from Filmora right there. That's crazy.
Code Red is a opt-in alerting system that will dial your number. It'll send you
Yeah.
a phone
Yeah,
call,
it's all
a
these
text
calls.
message, and an email.
All these calls right
notifying
here.
you of
That's why there's
emergency.
some of
That
these
message is sent
some of
from
these calls are
our
hang
office,
up
the Office
calls.
of Emergency Services. It's going to be very targeted to your area, and it'll
Yeah,
be
very
specific to
targeted.
you.
Look, they can even connect to your door cams. You said 4 and retracted it. Come on, get it together. 4:30. I'm at 4:32 right now. 4:36. Got it. Thank you. Oh, wait, no, I'm gonna see her. I'm sorry. I came for it.
In the canyon.
The next layer is for staff to actually be out driving in.
She always says, but then again, I say a lot too, so I can't say shit.
In the canyon.
The next layer is for staff to actually be out driving in the areas with a high-low siren.
I wonder if she ever shot at anybody.
There's no other reason you'll hear that in an area unless we're putting out that evacuation order. Not a warning, but an order.
My day started
An order, she says.
Came in and I was notified by dispatch to...
Why is he standing like that? I'm sorry, let me do something here. Let me fix this screen. It's all busted and shit. I see it. Sorry. This one right here. Yeah. Or I'll fix it, y'all. I'm so sorry. My bad. Okay, let's get it here. This way they can't get me for not commenting or using this for educational purposes. Why is this motherfucker standing like this, y'all? Why? Why? He's standing weird. That's rude, rando. But yeah, it's weird. It's like he's resting his hand on his flashlight and he doesn't quite know where to put his other arm. So he's like resting it on his... I don't know if that might be his mace because his gun's further back. I'm not sure. He's like resting his arms on his gear. It's kind of what he's doing, actually. Alright, let's go.
To respond out to the Jones fire. Houses that had evacuation
Wait, that's his voice? Hold up.
So we could just pass by. We knew that the residents
That voice came out of that man?
An order.
My day started routine patrol.
Alright, I gotta stop making fun of him. I'm gonna listen to her one more time.
There's no other reason you'll hear that in an area unless we're putting out that evacuation order. Not a warning, but an order.
That is my
We
power
started
stand.
routine patrol, came in and I was notified by dispatch to respond out to the Jones fire. Houses that had evacuation tags.
They look like cartoon characters, man.
We knew that the residents had already
That's
been
Detective
evacuated.
Longbody.
Residences that did not have the tags, we
All
would
right,
have
let's
to
go.
physically go in, knock on the door, look in the windows, make sure there were no occupants inside.
If he was a cartoon,
Once
that'd
you've
be
been
his name.
evacuated, as you're leaving, put this tag somewhere very, clearly identifiable, whether it's a
Take it
mailbox,
serious, y'all.
a gate, your address marker, so that deputies and officers can quickly identify if your residence has already been evacuated.
I'm pretty sure alert people would know when a big ass fire is coming towards their village, you know? Did you know? Alright, let's skip to where we need to be. BoobTube said 36. Alright, let's go. Alright, here we go. Oh, look at this.
Jacobs, give us the lowdown.
It's red face green shirt now.
Appreciate it. Good afternoon, honorable board members and Chair Hook. My name is Bob Jacobs, a captain with the Nevada County Sheriff's Office.
Yep, you weren't there.
This afternoon by my colleague, Captain Sam Brown. Together, we thank you
Hey!
for the opportunity to present you with a
What's this bald-headed guy right behind Sam Brown? He looked better with his facial hair, by the way. Shaving your face is a bad idea. Anyway, the dude directly behind him, does anybody know who this is? Because he is one of the responders first on scene on August 21st, 2022, and I would like to know his name, that's all. Bald-headed guy behind Sam Brown.
the request for authorization to purchase a replacement armored rescue vehicle for the Sheriff's Office.
Why is he smiling like this? Like, y'all see him? Why is he... Is he making cutesy with somebody in the audience? Like, what is going on? Like, what is this behavior going on? Like, he's biting his lips like... Okay, this lady and him are flirting? I don't know what's going on here, but I'm uncomfortable. Anyway, let's go.
Afternoon. Here we are, 1:30. I'm going to call this meeting back into session. And we're going to go right into our first item. And
why are they giggling? I gotta find this out. Did someone fart? Like, what happened here? Hold up. What are they all giggling about? You see it? Ooh, that's a really pretty tree. You see that fire tree in the middle?
Window here on the east side, and you see how close this fire came.
Look, I feel like I went way back. Too far back. Who's this? No, thank you. Who are you? Sorry, I'm just trying to look at the officers, that's all.
That really does take the emergency response as a priority.
How fast are you really gonna respond? You, ma'am.
Ensuring that not only our staff
She got all them stars.
prepared, but we're also putting that.
Is she a DEI hire? Bet. Oh, that's terrible. What'd he say? It's cheap? Hold up.
It's pretty cheap.
Pretty cheap, huh? Oh, why'd you mute yourself? What's cheap? Is he trying to sell a lady a horse? What's going on here? Why are they muting this shit? Or is this playing for y'all and just no, because it's not playing over my shit either. Alright, come on. Why did they turn their mics off? This is bullshit. Or can y'all hear it? And
oh, good afternoon. Here
there
we
we
are,
go.
1:30.
Here
I'm
we
gonna call
are.
this meeting back
1:30.
into session. And we're going to go
What's
right
up, Drift?
into
Yeah,
our
have a seat, grab some
first
popcorn.
item. And this is the resolution authorizing the purchase of a capital asset. And I am just going to have...
Capital asset, huh?
Start.
Oh, look at their
Okay,
mouths
good
are
song? Yeah.
watering over this shit. This lady is salivating right now. You see this? I'm sorry. I love watching stuff and just body language of people. All right, let's
The
go.
Purchase of a capital asset. And I am just going to have... Who would like to start? Rob Dickerson, yes?
I can start.
The fuck?
Okay, so I had Sheriff Moon down here, but I'm going to have Lieutenant.
Yo, what is going on here? I gotta do this one more time. This lady's literally salivating.
Oh, good afternoon. Here we are, 1:30. I'm going to call this meeting back into session.
As she's moving like that, she put a little fart sound in it.
Our first item, and this is the resolution authorizing the purchase of a capital asset. And I am just going to have, who would like to start? Rob Jacobson?
Drooling
Yes.
and shit, bro.
Okay, so
this is ridiculous already. All right, let's do it. Let's be serious.
Jacobs,
Be serious
give us
about
a
it.
lowdown on this item.
Yeah, Jacobs.
Appreciate it.
Wait,
Good
Jacobs with a
afternoon,
K or a
honorable board members
C?
and Chair Hook. My name is Bob Jacobs, a captain with the Nevada County Sheriff's Office. I'm joined this afternoon.
Ooh, she's a ooh. I said that too. Hold on. Was his name Bob Jacobs? Is that what his name was? Bob?
Yes.
I can start.
Okay, so I had Sheriff Moon down here, so, but I'm going to have Lieutenant Jacobs give us the lowdown on this item.
Right, appreciate it. Good afternoon, honorable board members and Chair Hook. My name is Bob Jacobs, a captain
Bob
with the Nevada County
Jacobs. All right,
Sheriff's
thanks, man.
Office. I'm joined this afternoon by
Bob,
my colleague,
huh?
Captain Sam Brown. Together, we thank you for the opportunity to present you with a request for authorization to purchase a replacement armored rescue vehicle for the Sheriff's Office.
Oh,
As you
MRAP.
likely already know, the Sheriff's Office currently has in its fleet a mine-resistant, ambush-protected, wheeled armored vehicle, more commonly known as the MRAP. The MRAP
Okay,
was
so
acquired
this
in
is
early
this is what
2014.
they bought from the death of Kylie. Right here. I think this came out in November. Like the amount. I remember a dude in a blue shirt.
A mine-resistant
He might have been CHP. I know he's in like a dark blue navy uniform.
ambush-protected, wheeled armored vehicle, more commonly known as the MRAP. The MRAP was acquired
In
early
Nevada
2014
County.
through a federal program known as the 1033. This program allows
She's smirking and salivating. They all got the giggles. And they're like, we're gonna spend this money that through the means of corruption got paid for. 20,000 hours, y'all.
for law enforcement agencies with apprehension and arrest authority to obtain excess property from the Department of Defense. At that time, many local law enforcement agencies throughout the county were taking advantage of the low-cost program.
Taking
to fill
advantage of
gaps in their
victims,
armored rescue
motherfucker.
vehicle
That's what
needs.
you're doing. Sorry, I shut
The
up.
Nevada County Sheriff's Office was no exception, and we opted to replace our aging,
They should have said Kylie Rodney was no option. At this point, Trinity Bacchus. And isn't this around the time that Dante happened? Sick motherfuckers. What up, Becca? How you doing? Like, this shit makes me angry. It does smell like money laundering. It really does. It really does,
advantage
dude.
of the low-cost program
Yeah.
to fill gaps in their armored rescue vehicle needs. The Nevada County Sheriff's Office was no exception, and we opted to replace
And
our
look,
aging.
they're all giddy and salivating, and this dude's convincing this lady it's cheap. What is it? $450,000 MRAP out of the 3-some million. Could be 92 for all we know. I would like to get a record on that.
Repurposed armored money truck with the MRAP. Although the MRAP was a welcome upgrade at the time, the Sheriff's Office has concluded it is no longer the most optimal or practical vehicle to meet the public safety needs of our community. Armored vehicles are a vital piece of public
Bro, this motherfucker ain't even reading any of this for you, so let me read it for you. It says the MRAP is a mine-resistant ambush-protected vehicle. They acquired this specific one in 2014, but no, it's not good enough. Okay? It was a low cost to maintain. Replaced an aging armored money truck. Okay, the conclusion to why they need a better one is because they're no longer optimal or practical. What are they using this for? Man, they could have fucking drove this shit 9 feet down and ran into Kylie Rodney's car. Where do you ever see this used? Oh, when they're swatting people's homes? For real, Billy.
The Sheriff's Office has concluded it is no longer the most optimal or practical vehicle to meet the public safety needs of our community.
Public safety
Armored
needs.
vehicles are a vital piece of public safety equipment.
And they ain't doing a damn thing for any of these victims. Like, even look at the response and, like, the people that are actually being shot and murdered by their lovers, their partners, boyfriends, husbands, wives. And look how long it's taking to get justice. I mean, and the thing it is like, you have Truckee Police Department that is just one small little area, okay? Then you have like Nevada County, which encompasses like half of that, and then the rest is Placer County. You got all of these police forces, these multidisciplinary teams that work together. And none of them can find justice for these victims, but they can afford to buy something like this. I think I said something similar to this around the time that we brought this up. I'm pretty sure we went over all this. I should find my old lives.
Agencies for several reasons.
Yuck.
First and foremost, these vehicles can be used to effect safer rescues of not only law
Of who?
enforcement, fire, and EMS personnel, but those civilian community members at risk.
So if law enforcement's in trouble, they'll use this truck. They'll whip this bitch out. But whenever it comes to looking for fucking missing teens and shit, you ain't see a one.
Only law enforcement, fire, and EMS personnel, but those civilian community members at risk.
Utilized by crisis negotiators in making safe contact. In Nevada County, you need this? That's strange.
In areas that would be considered hot zones.
Hot zones, huh? Like trafficking? You could use that for trafficking. Look, and you ain't using it. If you're talking hot zones, like hot zones for like trafficking, why aren't you using it to rescue babies from their captors and these pedophiles, these predators? What are you using this for?
Enter. These vehicles allow law enforcement to get up close in dangerous situations.
Riding your friends around in them?
First-hand intelligence helpful for making more informed decisions. Law enforcement personnel who are safely inside these vehicles and who are
I'm gonna keep talking over him because I ain't buying his bullshit.
To respond quickly if needed.
He's got to sell it
great physical distances
to the board of supervisors
to address immediate threats posed or to stop a potentially dangerous.
You don't need this toy, bro.
Containment.
You can't even use the shit you have now. Like your search for Kylie Rodney. It's almost like you guys have the technology, but you don't use it in the means that it should be. And it's sad. It's sad for all of these victims. Sickening, actually.
Have failed or are not an option. These vehicles can be used to safely move crisis negotiators close enough to where they might establish verbal contact.
Who, like Sammy? You gotta go negotiate with her? Who? What? What are you using this for?
Ultimately resulting in a peaceful outcome.
In Nevada County, y'all.
Rescue vehicles are most certainly considered tools for de-escalation.
Yo, they should buy this and give this to fucking Sacramento and shit, San Francisco and shit, you know, as gifts to help them with what's really going on down there. Like, why does Nevada County? For real, Billy.
They provide further options to law enforcement for safely contacting potentially dangerous persons and not having to immediately resort to the use of force if faced with armed resistance, threats, and even gunfire. In short, these vehicles afford law enforcement with additional time to determine the best course.
No, I honestly think what they need is to go in and overcome people that are growing small crops of their own, let's just say. I don't know, just some strains is going on with these forces. Nevada County. It is crazy because the shape of Nevada County looks like an old revolver, which is weird too. Oh, Wild Wild West, y'all.
Keeping in mind that our #1 priority is the preservation of life. Since acquiring the MRAP, the Sheriff's Office has encountered several situations now where the vehicle's limitations or design characteristics have simply not allowed our staff to use it as
Hold
hoped.
up. How many did he just say? Hold on. This guy is silly as fuck.
Since acquiring the MRAP, the Sheriff's Office has encountered several situations now where the vehicle's limitations or design characteristics have simply not allowed our staff.
When they say several, it's less than 7. Or, yeah, it's less than 7. Several means 4 or more. A few is 3. Yeah, because if it would have been double digits, he would have been so excited to tell you the high number. And this is the reason why they needed several, y'all. Had several instances where they needed this vehicle.
Where the vehicle's limitations or design characteristics have simply not allowed our staff.
Diddy's house needed this bet,
The MRAP
Rando.
is clearly a military vehicle and was built to protect military troops inside of it from the effects of roadside IEDs and other types of ambush.
What? Did he just say roadside IEDs in fucking Nevada County, y'all? What is he talking? What are they? Why are they paranoid? Look, you wouldn't need these things if you weren't so paranoid, and if you'd stop with the corruption, you wouldn't need this to protect yourselves. From what? In Nevada County? Really now?
Use it as hoped. The MRAP is clearly a military vehicle and was built to protect military troops inside of it from the effects of roadside IEDs and other types of ambush-style attacks on the battlefield.
On the
These vehicles were
battlefield!
never meant to travel the surface streets of the United States and certainly weren't designed with domestic law enforcement public safety needs in mind. MRAPs, because of their height and small windows, are extremely difficult to see out of and typically require the use of police escorts to ensure there are no collisions with civilian vehicles on our roadways. The MRAP, because of its seating design, can
Take
only
this shit
carry up
to the
eight
border,
readily
yeah,
deployable
yeah.
operators in its rear passenger area.
The
and is
fuck
not
they
very
need this?
maneuverable on our county roadways and driveways. Because of the vehicle's incredible weight at approximately
Where is it? Has
48,000
anybody seen this MRAP in the field?
pounds, it cannot safely traverse smaller bridges in the county that don't have sufficient weight rating to allow the MRAP to cross
So
over.
you want an
And with its
old
high ground clearance
bank
brings with it
truck.
high potential for rollovers. Rollover accidents are not simply constrained to excessive speed scenarios, but can easily be triggered by the MRAP's extreme weight.
This dude is
riding along fragile
mansplaining the
roadway
shit out of
shoulders,
why he
causing
really
them to
wants
give
this
out.
money.
Although the MRAP is rated to travel up to 65 miles per hour, our
It's ready
experience with
to.
the vehicle has shown that this is not realistic and that 35 to 40 miles per hour is about as fast as our staff are comfortable and operating it safely. Factors such as these could very well create costly delays. and long-
Dude, they're scared to go more than a fucking 35 mile an hour in one of them fucking military things. Well, maybe that means you don't need it. Right? This is nuts, y'all.
Enforcement's response to any critical incident in the county, especially those on the eastern side requiring prolonged travel over the summit. Additionally, because of the MRAP's gross vehicle weight, it requires its drivers to be
Wait, didn't they use this on a street where there was like I don't know if it was like a hostage situation or where they had like a shoot off with somebody in a house and it was like parked on the edge of the, might have just been for PR, but yeah, I would assume that they would use it in, yeah, gang areas, cartel areas, yeah, but predominantly.
specially licensed with a commercial vehicle endorsement. Unlike our partners in the fire service, law enforcement agencies don't typically employ staff who have these types of endorsements, which require them to possess additional knowledge of heavy commercial vehicles and their specific rules of the road, to undergo annual medical.
They want something that they can't properly drive. This is crazy. Yes, that was the shit situation. Yeah.
medical evaluations and to renew those commercial licenses every 2 years. At present, the Sheriff's Office only has one member of its Special Enforcement Detail, our SWAT team, who is properly and legally licensed to operate the MRAP. In the event of emergency calling for the MRAP's use, where the driver wasn't available, the Sheriff's Office would have to make a choice of using it, of not using it, or asking a non-licensed and of using it, the MRAP's use, where the driver wasn't available, the Sheriff's Office would have to make a choice of using it, of not using it, or asking a non-licensed and untrained staff member to operate it. Vehicle identified as being the most optimal replacement for the MRAP is the Bearcat, manufactured by Massachusetts-based company Lenco Armored Vehicles. Bearcat stands for Ballistic Engineered.
What you talking about, girl? What you done? What? What are you excited about? Somebody in the hall? Hold on.
Armored Response Counterattack Truck.
Oh, monthly.
The Bearcat is a purpose-built armored rescue vehicle constructed atop a standard Ford F-550 Super Duty chassis and brings with it the same ballistic protection rating for its occupants as the MRAP and weighing only about a third as much. As with the MRAP, the Bearcat will only be deployed in conjunction with the Sheriff's Office Special Enforcement Detail and for incidents rising to a certain threshold necessitating its use. Examples of these types of incidents include hostage rescue scenarios, potentially armed and
Alright, I gotta skip through this bullshit because I'm more wanting to know about this $35 million or $3.5 million. Could be $35 million. Who fucking knows? Blah, 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 blah.
Use of our MRAP, as well as requests for armored vehicle assistance from neighboring agencies. And we most certainly intend to continue holding the public's trust with only the most judicious use of the Bearcat. With that, Sheriff Moon respectfully asks the Nevada County Board of Supervisors approve and adopt a resolution authorizing the purchase of the Lenco Bearcat G3 armored rescue vehicle at a cost of roughly $376,000, which will be paid out of the Sheriff's Office Rural County Special Revenue Funds. This cost includes paying local county sales tax, as well as the cost for shipping the vehicle to Nevada County. If approved, we can expect to take delivery of the Bearcat within 9 to 12 months, at which time our office will then take steps to return the MRAP as laid out in our federal use agreement. At this point, Captain Brown and I thank you again for your time, and we're prepared to take
Captain
any
Brown
questions
shaved
that you may
his
have.
facial hair and he looks silly.
Thanks, Captain Jacobs. Good, good presentation. I'm gonna open this up to the board. Heidi, want to talk about it first?
Oh, Sam, you know what I'm going to say, right? Starts with I told you. I remember when this came back in front of the board, must have been when I first started, so 2017 or 2018 for something, the
Okay.
MRAP. And I had so many questions
6
about
years
it.
ago.
Primarily that military use vehicle I found to be inappropriate for domestic use. And all the data at that time had showed already that it could tear up the roads, it required training, the parts were expensive, and the cost.
The officers are scared of it.
The counties who had taken them on were actually much higher
There's that
than
one.
anticipated. So I'm really glad that you guys are going.
The officers don't know how to use this military piece of equipment, but they're going to try to buy it anyway.
And that you will return the MRAP.
She looks stoned.
I hope it's not too costly to return. But you know, I'm excited to see how you're going to use something like this. That's
Me too. I'm excited too, because wow.
Our community.
I would not stay in this area.
Ma'am, just to address that last concern, it's not going to cost us anything except possibly fuel.
What?
We're first required to offer the MRAP to any other law enforcement agencies that are interested.
It
They have
don't
to go
cost
through the
them a thing.
application process through the state of California. If they're interested, then they come up and they take the vehicle or they make arrangements for transportation. If no other agency wants it, we simply drive it to the nearest depot, which is down in Tracy, California.
That's great. And, you know, I
Depot.
very
Wow.
much appreciate that you need equipment like this. We want to keep our officers safe. I certainly hope it'll only be used in the most egregious circumstances, not just to deliver warrants or, you know, conduct day-to-day business, because it is a little intimidating looking still. And, you know, that's not how we want to proceed unless we have to. But I appreciate
Unless we
that,
have
that
to?
the,
Ooh.
office is making this change.
And one thing that I'll add also just on the comment on the
Exactly,
usage of
Butu.
it, we would only use it, again, if we're using our SED team, and there are requirements and a threat matrix and lots of things that we have to go off of.
A
because
threat matrix.
By simply bringing that team, we realize that we're bringing a certain use of force to a scenario, and there's requirements in case law and things like that that dictate it. And I think like Captain Jacob said, you know, even having the MRAP for the last 8 years or so, I don't think we've abused it or used it in scenarios that shouldn't have been. And it does really keep people safer, and it allows us to slow down scenarios. We often use it for negotiations as a
How much time did Captain Sam Brown spend on Kylie Rodney's case, or was he just a fucking mouthpiece?
opposed to, you know, in times of the past, what would be referred to as like a dynamic entry where you're rushing into something. Those are very severe scenarios these days. And so even on a high-risk search warrant or something that we might use it, it allows us to slow everything down so there's not confusion.
This man don't give me positive vibes
and
whatsoever.
Homeowners may have like a mistake of somebody trying to...
Nothing about this man, even if he would say it, I don't know. I have a trust issue here.
break into their house and things like that. We can slow things down, make announcements.
Nothing about him
And
says,
really,
trust me.
It doesn't just keep our people safer, even though it does that. It keeps the location that we're going to safer because it slows things down and makes it a lot easier to communicate what's going on before having to take action.
That's how.
It slows things down before having to take action.
It keeps the location that we're going to safer because it slows things down and makes it a lot easier to communicate what's going on before having to take action.
Why do all these corrupt people talk the same? Like, look at all the corruption. that, and it's them. It's not that us normal citizens are making videos to make it look like they're literally in their essence, their character. They're right there in front of us saying these words themselves. And like, if you pay attention to this word salad, it's just like a whole bunch of people dancing around to sell you something. All they think about is money.
Down makes it
toys.
a lot easier to communicate what's going on before having to take action.
That sounds great.
It makes it easier to communicate. So when they roll up in your house on one of these things, or one of your neighbor's house, they want you to know who they are before they, you know, come shooting on you. This is crazy. Good morning,
I want it to look intimidating. Really, I want a bad guy to be intimidated when that thing rolls up. Question: are we going to have that lookout turret on ours?
We will. They don't refer to it as a turret. It's
what the fuck, y'all? This is insane.
When that thing rolls up. Question: are we going to have that lookout?
But then again, I also understand from a point of if a crowd of people or a person is shooting up an area or you have a situation where you need this, yes, that's crazy. I wouldn't want to see one of these shits roll up near my crib, you know?
That guy to be intimidated when that thing rolls up. Question: are we going to have that lookout turret on ours?
We will. They don't refer to it as a turret. It's called a cupola. It's essentially,
He laughed at
think
him.
of it akin to a crow's nest on a ship. It's it's really designed to give an elevated platform so that our officers that are up there can see more of what's going on out in front of the vehicle or around the vehicle.
Rob, I can call it a lookout if I want. Going back to what was Heidi was saying, you know, after looking at the drawbacks of the
Called it a
MRAP,
turret,
why the hell
sir.
did we ever buy it?
This motherfucker called it a turret, not a lookout. He changed his shit real quick, didn't he? These motherfuckers.
Lookout if I want. Going back to what was Heidi was saying, you know, after looking at the drawbacks of the MRAP, why the hell did we ever buy it in the first place? You know, seriously, you can't drive it fast. It tips over. You can't go across bridges. It takes a Class C license.
So
We only
they
have-
just bought an MRAP, but they need something that just, I don't know, looks scarier, is thinner, and does a higher, better job. That's crazy how much money. And then they buy these things, and they let them set in a depot until they need them. They got like a nice little arsenal of all kinds of fun toys. But all these victims that when they need them, they'll turn your back on you.
It tips over. You can't go across bridges. It takes a Class C license. We only had one person that was qualified to drive the stupid thing. We should have got rid of it years.
One person that's qualified. So if they don't fall in line, they ain't got nobody to run this bitch. This is crazy, dude. It's like military police, and that's not required. I mean, I understand some cities, but if you'd keep control of your people, they wouldn't be wilding out and burning it down because you're putting propaganda out there to have them do this shit. Like, this is crazy.
We only had one person that was qualified to drive the stupid thing. We should have got rid of it years ago. I think this is a good alternative. I know we don't have a significant number of incidences where we would use it, but when that one incident does occur, I like to have something available.
And it's not going to cost a thing, but what people aren't understanding, yeah, it's not going to cost them a thing. It's going to cost the taxpayers.
For law enforcement. So I think
it's crazy how there is a system that is created so that these people can take your hard-earned money and put it towards things that they want. Is this what these towns want? It's just a question.
it's a good exchange with the cupola on it, and
I'm gonna write it in a book.
It was good, but do we have 12 personnel to put in there?
Yeah.
Currently, our team is not at 12. We're authorized for 12.
We're at like 2. We got a team of 2. Teen teams, you know? Man.
We strive for 12. As you're probably aware, we're facing staffing.
So we can use more tax, but like, and the cops they already have ain't doing their job. So if you find people that start doing their jobs, then get rid of the people that are not doing their jobs, and then get more people that are going to do their jobs. You know, that thing where they pledge their oath to uphold the Constitution and protect people against foreign and domestic terrorists. You know, like somebody that would lure you somewhere, do some fucked up shit, throw your body in on some railroad tracks, throw your body in fucking water, throw your body in the woods, blame that shit on yourself too, you know? Tell people that you stabbed yourself 18 fucking times. And they're out here doing this shit, yo. Can't even help the victims in their areas. Shit's crazy.
Staffing shortage, like all of our partner agencies
Crazy.
are. The intent is to fill our team back up to 12. We're not really at liberty to discuss how many people are currently on the team, but it is not at
And they want to hire more people to take more taxpayer dollars to teach these people how to be shit bags and fell your communities, fell these victims, all while they're still on the up and up. You know? Oh, when shit hits the fan, they get to go to another fucking county on the down low for a minute. Then they'll go back so that they can retire out and get their pensions and shit. And then they just change their hat and they're a whole nother... It's crazy. It's crazy. All these people around here, how they have like 2 and 3 hats. The way they move, the way they talk. And it shows in the way they talk. They all talk this fucking word salad bullshit. And they're all ha ha ha.
Okay.
Cheerio.
All right. No. Okay. Thank you. I'm not upset with this new addition.
Okay. I'm not okay with it.
Ed?
Well, I'm not upset with it either. I can certainly see the need for it, and I can certainly see where the MRAP
Bro, you probably
really
believe in euthanasia. Get the fuck
serving
out of
a
here.
purpose. The only
Your
thing
old
I do
ass.
want to bring up, practically wise, and you can refresh my memory, but I don't recall this being discussed at all during the budget process. And it's a pretty hefty item where I would have thought, and maybe I'm mistaken, I would have thought it would have been brought to our attention that this is something we need to have done. So kind of curious as to why it wasn't brought to us originally, and were the funds not available and now they are. Kind of curious as to what the rural funds are also.
Yeah.
I don't know that I can necessarily speak to why it wasn't brought during the last budget.
Dude, I feel like I'm
talks.
watching a
I can
Senate
tell you
meeting.
that a lot of times these discussions come up at varying
Hate it.
times throughout the year.
It's a
lot of
debate.
It depends on situations that pop up throughout
Yeah.
the year. Discussion topics come up. It's very likely that this was just overlooked. We've certainly spoke about this over
Look,
the years.
and it's
many
crazy how these people that get paid these dollars are the ones that get to debate the topics. Why isn't this open to the public? For them to talk on it, like, this is weird that there's like nobody here. Do they ask the taxpayers what they want to put their tax dollars to? This is crazy. I don't know. I live in a commonwealth where our tax dollars do go to the main things. But because, like, Pittsburgh decriminalized, I noticed the crime is going up in my area, and I'm really not comfortable with that. I wouldn't trust these people to protect me. I'd feel more nervous living amongst some of these people. I couldn't do it.
The funding is in place now for that through the rural counties funding. So the benefit is it won't have an impact on the general fund, but I can't tell you exactly why it wasn't brought forward during the last budget talks.
Just something to keep in mind as we go forward.
And we're still not
Again,
talking about the price, right?
100,000, 150, okay, that's good, but nearly $400,000, that's a pretty good piece of money. So it's good to look at it during the budget process if we can.
Certainly.
Thanks, guys. So I certainly
No,
I
this
see
meeting,
the
and
need
that's the
for it,
thing.
and
is like, this isn't even in front of like city council. This isn't an open public meeting. This is a meeting between, and they have to document it. Like, that's the thing, is like the conversations that are had about government things or city things that are federally funded or going to be funded by the state or the city or the town. Like, they're bringing this to Nevada County. Like, this is just Nevada County. This ain't nowhere else. I don't understand why townspeople aren't allowed to call in on this or speak on this. Like, but then again, it is like our Senate meeting. Like, it's a board of senators. But they ain't really putting up, like,
I see why you want
let's listen.
Perfect, Hardy.
It was either like 400 or 450K. Yeah, something like that, Billy.
Glad you're able to dispense with the other piece of equipment in a way that
Sounds like he needs to blow his nose.
not consequential, doesn't cost anything, and move toward that. I agree with the use of force and how intimidating that can be, but the one piece that I do say on the other flip side is when we're looking for workforce development and law enforcement and some of these other technical careers, can we take this vehicle to any sort of community events? It's pretty cool. And we can.
Why would you want to take this to community events? Like, I'm sure there's some military buffs that would love to see this, but not at a community event amongst, that's, why would you want to try to instill fear on like 376K or something?
Show people what it's all about and talk about.
That's crazy.
Some of the things about being a member of your team, and maybe that could help create the community mission connection there that we're looking for with the sheriff's department and the county and your emerging technologies that you're using over there.
Yeah, one thing I'll add on that, one of the best things that we have been out of the MRAP, we probably used it more, excuse me, at Nevada Union High School and Heroes Night and different things like that than anything else. I mean, kids climb through that thing. It's like a playground. I don't know if we'll have the same setup availability in the Bearcat, but we can definitely bring it out for demos and talk to people. The MRAP's been a great conversation piece.
Well, I'm sure it'd be like a car show. They'd roll it up in a little fucking town folk thingy, let people come up, take pictures with it, have the dudes checking it out. I get it. I would peep it too. I'm not gonna lie. I would look at it. But I don't know, it just, for this area, it just seems so unnecessary. For larger cities like Sacramento, yeah.
And as large and as difficult it is to maybe navigate.
But where'd he say it was being held? In Tracy? So that's like southwest of Tahoe, right? Tahoe, Tracy, Grass Valley, something like that. I'm hungry again. Yeah, and that's the thing, is like, yeah, people are starving and homeless, your veterans need help, and we're just gonna go blow 400 grand, 380, whatever, on this MRAP that you're gonna use every once in a while. That's what I thought. It's down by Hell's Hole or whatever the fuck that's called, reservoir, ain't it? Okay, alright. Damn, look, BoobTube coming with links. I love it. I love it. Let me see this shit, because I can't take watching them fucking... Yeah, I want to leave YouTube. Yeah, take me here. I can't listen to them talk anymore. I always look at this website and I always think it says The Onion. No, I don't want that. Please do not make me listen to that. The Nevada County Board of Supervisors approved the purchase of a purpose-built armored vehicle known as the Bearcat from Lenco Armored Vehicles in Massachusetts. You don't say. To the amount of $376,000. The Bearcat should be delivered in 9 to 12 months. And at the time, the Mine-Resistant Ambush Protection Vehicle, MRAP, will be returned. Lieutenant Bob Jacobs with a K. See, I thought it was with a K. I thought it was with a K. Because I could have sworn, because I know there's another Jacobs on this team. And I think there's a Jacobs child, too. Anyway. Okay, so they bought it in 2014. And then in 2019, they brought it in front of the board. That doesn't say that here. That's what I'm taking away from this board meeting so far. Is that they purchased it in 2014, and in 2019, they presented it to them before. And they were like, no. Now it's 2024 or 2023 per the video. And now they're having that discussion. Like, if you have all these things against it, that excessive weight, rollover concerns, complicated commercials driver's license requirement, and the fact that they only have one person that knows how to drive this thing. And they think the solution to the problem is to buy a vehicle that requires 12 people to operate it safely. And they don't even have enough people on the team to even operate this. Therefore, they can't even use this. That's what they just said at this meeting. You want to listen to some more of it? Because I'm down for it.
Navigate in our area. We didn't know that even going to a Bearcat would be an option, so we appreciate the opportunity to even bring it up, finding funding for
who gave you the
large purchase.
idea, sir, that getting a Bearcat would be a great idea? Maybe I
This
might
is
listen to this
difficult,
other
but
meeting.
The one thing I'll say is that the MRAP has bridged a lot of these conversations where people think that armored
has
vehicles are attack vehicles. I mean, where Captain Jacobs has to specify that there's nothing in here that's enough.
Sir, they are attack vehicles in case of an emergency, to where you had to go look mean and bad and attack somebody while protecting yourselves and getting the situation de-escalated before going in and killing somebody. I mean, technically, you could be in your little lookout with your little AR or whatever and handle the situation that way. It's just, everything about it is unnecessary. You don't even have enough people trained to use this thing. Exactly. And here's the thing, is the reason why they're downgrading this is because they don't want something, they don't really need anything that requires an officer to feel safe above 35 miles an hour. So they're going to be driving this thing doing what at 35 mile an hours? I don't know, it's just weird. It's odd. It's very odd.
Offensive weapon. For us, that's normal. Like, we get that, but people see it and they think it's intimidating. But that allows us to have those conversations. People don't know that we negotiated out of that many a times to allow our negotiators to stay safe and our staff to stay in there and stay safe in the event that they do have to go out. You know, worst case scenario, like a hostage rescue.
We're right
type of
outside your
situation, you wanna
house.
be able to
We're
get
in
as
this
close as you
vehicle.
can, as safe
We
as
just
you
want to
can,
talk to
and
you.
then have to deal with things. And we're
No,
thankful
thank you.
that those don't come up very often, but the conversation piece is huge, and we definitely plan on,
It is a
if
war
their
vehicle.
purchase is approved and we move forward, of bringing it out for special events, and that way we can.
Look, if you would make your people happy, you wouldn't have to worry about your people raging war on the streets or with you or any of those things. That's crazy. This is crazy.
Engage in those conversations and have those talks with people to hopefully alleviate those concerns.
Question, can you drive it through, if you're in a fire scenario, down a road and put 12 or 14 or 16 people in a neighborhood in the back of it and evacuate them?
Probably would not be the most ideal, because it is not like a vehicle where you have great visibility.
Then what's the point of it?
But anything's possible, right? If you
Yeah.
needed to load up a bus of 12 and we didn't have a bus of 12, I would say anything is possible. We'd have to
Anything
research,
is
I think, on
possible,
fire
dude. This is
safety
crazy.
Yeah.
It's not something I've heard of being done, but, you know, in times of need, we'll do whatever
what you have to.
Well, and that's the thing, is like, you can't even say like the cartels, because it just seems like some of these organizations work hand in hand with one another. I don't know. I don't know if they're, because if you think about the drug busts, the way that they do the pot grows, like busts out there, they could use something like this to roll up in there. All right, boop doo. And then while we listen to this, I'm gonna let this play in the background. I'm gonna look for a couple things on my computer.
Yeah, but it's got run flats too. Yeah, thank you.
No, this is good. You covered some of the things I was bringing. The MREP had its purpose, and we did use it. And now we have a better option, and I'm glad to see this move forward. I think Ed made some good comments. It kind of came afterwards, but reading it and learning about it, I'm really interested to see this be a new part of your tools, right? I think this is an important part, and anytime we keep you guys safe or somebody from the public safe, we're doing something better in our jobs, and you guys, you strive to be the best at what you are. So I liked the MRAP. I know we spent it, but I still believe it did its job. And like I said, I think it was probably one of the biggest conversation pieces, like when we had our safety fair, and it's a way to engage with our public. And now we'll have this, we'll have the Bearcat. We'll have to give her a name like Betty.
Yikes.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, this was great. I'm going to open this up for public comment at this time.
Oh, okay, cool. I want to hear what the public has to say. Let's listen. Who? Did you let anybody
Julie,
in?
is there anybody online?
Yes, Chair, we do have one caller.
Sure,
That's
would you
it?
bring that caller on?
Can we bring
Come
the
on,
caller in,
dude.
please?
Hello, caller, are you there?
Yeah, caller. Cheer you.
Yes, there's always one.
Oh, that's good. We love
Matthew
it. Thank
Coulter
you.
calling on the subject. Yeah. Ever since 9/11, the militarization of the police in America has just gone over the top. I think we need all these toys, and I'll call them toys, because they can be defeated quite easily. If you look at what's going on in Ukraine with a $300 hobby drone dropping ammunition on $1 million tank. So to think that it somehow makes things safer, I think personally that it actually escalates things. And $500,000, because that's what it'll cost by the time it's all set up.
You hear
with
that?
staff and everything to do its first mission. Could be more well spent in the community with conversation instead of conversation with a stick behind it, showing that people need to agree with the conversation or have a armored vehicle drive through your house, which is what they're capable of. Yes, the MRAP was ridiculous. It was an ego pump. But again, it was in the hysteria after 9/11 for jihadists that were going to be coming out of the woodwork to kill us all. That never materialized. We have other threats. Today on the scanner, which I probably listen to the scanner more than anyone else in Nevada County, except for dispatch, but I listen to both the fire and the police, not just the one or the other.
I like this guy.
I've never heard a response needing this vehicle. I've never heard one pulled from Auburn or any other area. So I'm just wondering about the need, the actual use. I mean, conversation pieces are great, but that's quite...
Damn, this dude said it. He said it, y'all. He said a conversation piece. Sheesh. He's not wrong. I like this guy. I'm gonna listen to this little piece back here a little bit more though.
And the police, not just the one or the other.
Dang.
I've never heard a response needing this vehicle. I've never heard one pulled from Auburn or any other area. So I'm just wondering about the need and the actual use. I mean, conversation pieces are great, but that's quite an expensive conversation piece. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any other public comment? Nobody else online, Julie? Is there any written public comment?
No written and no more callers. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you. With that,
Probably because you didn't let people talk about this. This one dude's like, oh, I heard about it. I heard the rumor. I'm gonna call in. And he said it. He said it all, dude.
I'll close public comment. I'll bring it back to my board.
And they're gonna consider that. They won't consider his comment.
Okay, with that, I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we authorize the purchase of a capital asset of a purpose-built armored vehicle known as a Bearcat. Julie, would you call the roll?
Yes, I will. District 3.
Yes.
District 1.
Yes.
District 5.
Yes.
District 2.
Yes.
And District 4.
District 4, yes. So thank you,
Yikes.
Captain Brown and Captain Jacobs. Appreciate
Yeah, thanks, Captain Brown and Jacobs. Yikes, dude. Yeah, there's no need for all that. I want to see it in action. I have nothing documented for how this, who first said about the $3.5 million, because the math don't math. If you have 44 agencies, look. Hold on. Oh no, I need that open. I need that open. Let me look at these screenshots. How much does search and rescue make in the United States? $65,000 median salary. Okay. On average in the United States, it's $31.69 per hour. Okay. Search and rescue salary in Truckee, California is $23 to $26 per hour. Times 20,000. You can either do 44 agency. Look, the math don't math. It just does not math. But also, so roughly $25 an hour. The math don't math, y'all. And I can't find it in Discord. Would it be in a meeting? Do I have a folder after? Yes, I do. Okay, there's her celebration of life. This is about AWP. These are videos from September. But I don't think that anything went through till November. Let's try Internet Archives. Let's see, because I'm searching cost of search and rescue California. Cost analysis for a dedicated search and rescue capability. What year is this from? I'll move this over here. Now we're gonna nerd out for a minute. This is from 2009, though. It's not going to be an accurate source. It doesn't have. Nope, logistics support. Effects of joint. No, cost. Motherfucker, cost. Actually, let me try this. No? Nope, nope, nope. I'll be with chat in a minute. It won't be radio, it would be TV. Ooh, what's this? When's this from? What's the date on this? April 25th, 2015. What's this one about? This may be a nothing burger. The United States is sending a disaster response team and 1 million in aid to the Himalayan nation. Nope, that ain't it. That's what that got out of that sentence. That's stupid. How are we gonna find this, boob tube? How are we gonna find this? Metadata says no. Oh, this is all from Calhoun. Holy shit. CIA reading room. Don't get me involved in these, man. I'll get stuck in this shit for a minute. What's this say? Psychic process energy transfer? 1978? Hold on a second, y'all. I'm gonna just go down a rabbit hole for a minute. Sorry. It's 12 pages long. This was approved in 2002. Psychic process energy transfer and things that go bump in the night. Sorry, y'all. Huh. No. Alright, that's dumb. Okay, back to it. There's nothing here about search and rescue. Let's try archived websites. Nothing. Something. Ooh. Insurance. Blacklisted news. You Digest. I don't trust the name of that website. Poltava. UA, no. Or cash payday loan. Shit's fucking... What? No, the MRAP can go 65 mile an hour, but the people driving it weren't comfortable with it going that fast. Their comfortable safe speeds were 35 mile an hour. Well, and that's the thing is, like, our government shouldn't be failing the people so badly that they're not having jobs, and then because they can't find jobs or they lost their jobs because of things closing down, they can't afford to live, so they become homeless, and then they criminalize people for being homeless when, like, instead of keep profiting off of all of these problems you create for people, create the fucking jobs so they can stop being homeless and afford the inflated costs of your homes. I about shit a brick the other day when my landlord said my rent's going up another $150. I thought to myself, dude, I swear my rent has gone up $350 in the past 3 fucking years. And lo and behold, it has. Rent used to only be $685 here. It is $980 now. How much is that? That's a lot of money. In 3 years, dude. I can't. I'm ready for Phoenix to go to college in 2 years and get the fuck out of here. Yeah, none of this is helping. Fuck. Alright, let's just go to... I'm gonna try DuckDuckGo. And then I'm gonna go to Twitter X. I might even go to Knitter. Because look, I gotta find out where this came from. I really do. Alright, and then I'm gonna open... Knitter isn't Knitter anymore. If anybody is having issues with the old Knitter no longer working, here is an address that does work. Oh, fuck, I'm gonna need somebody's... You have to search by username. This ain't gonna help me none. Enter... Oh, yes, I can. Alright, so let me think how I'm gonna word this. Oop. How do I want to word this? Costs of search and rescue. Huh. I remember just watching this the other day. They found this little girl and that dude, a squad of people came in, picked her up. Yep, I remember that. Alright. What? The GUR confirmed the destruction of Russian Su-30 SM fighter jet in the Black Sea with a video. I don't know if I want to watch this, but I'm going to do it anyway. I don't think I like this. I don't like war and no, this is crazy. And they're just gonna shoot it right out of the sky. didn't even show nothing. Whatever. So this is all we're gonna see stuff about. You're not gonna teach me nothing. All right. Sorry about that. Yeah, it was really loud. My apologies. I'm also gonna do something else. Alright, so when I do a Google search, if I do before, I think it's before 2022, colon, then my search thingy, it'll search everything pre-2022. Okay. Tanky you. How much does it cost? How much is it to call a search and rescue? No. Who pays for backcountry rescue? Now, let me see if I can get California in here. Let me put CA first. No, I know what I meant. Let's see if this changes it. Yep, it does. Some rescues can cost upwards of $1,000 an hour. Hold the phone. Where's this at? Okay. When something goes wrong during travel and rescue is needed, search and rescue teams around the world go above and beyond to bring people back to safety. Some rescues can cost upwards of $1,000 an hour, so who should foot the bill? I like this. All right, let's get it. Since early 2020, national parks and wilderness areas across the world have seen surges in the number of people needing to be rescued as more people are heading outdoors, often without the experience or equipment needed. In Madrid, Spain, there was 27% increase in search and rescue callouts, with a similar story in the UK and the US, where rescues increased by 30% in some parks. Whew. Okay, it just goes on about needing emergency services, state emergency services, because people go out on a hike and get lost or killed by their partner or some shit. Anyway. This is it? Yeah. Okay. According to backpacker, hikers who are unprepared in New Hampshire risk being stuck with the bill along with financial criminal charges. Ugh. See, that would make people be safe when they're going out to go on long hikes. Is if you don't have the proper shit, yeah, and you have to be searched for and rescued, or just rescued as a call-in. Remember those kids that went out on that fucking thing? But that girl did fall. She did get hurt pretty bad, and I think her friend died or some shit like that. I remember her story. But they went out at too late of a time, absolutely too late of a time, where the weather was predicted for. Like, that's just it sucks that the girl lost her friend, honestly, and she got fucked up falling down this mountainside. But if you go out knowing that you're underprepared, or that the weather, like, you already know that it could be disastrous, you like, come on, get down. Why are you up on there? Get down. Get down. Come here. Mom will hold you. Come here. Come here. Not you. No. I don't need a lap right now, but I'll give you love. Come here. Hi, baby. What are you doing? Lay down, Flappy. Yeah, this ain't helping me any. The U.S. National Park Service alone annually spends around $5 million on rescue operations. Huh. Bet you it's way more than that. Bet you it's way more than that. That's not helping me. Ooh, I like Reddit. This isn't helping me though. I'm gonna try search and rescue Kylie Rodney, but I don't think it's gonna be here. Yeah, this is the one it keeps taking me back to, is this Daily Mail one. But no, we're actually, hold up. Hold the phone. We're going to take this. We're going to take this article that was very heavily redacted. We're going to copy its web address. Then we're going to go to the Wayback Machine. Then we're going to put that in there right here and see if we can't find an archived version of this. Oh, I love y'all. I love y'all so much. August 21st, they wouldn't have an update. It would be, what is this one from? December, yeah, December 31st. All right, let's try this one. Let's try one of these two. To Nova Scotia? What? Absolutely, and it's sad that like people that can arm themselves, that have the freedom to arm themselves, that they feel the need to want to. Because look, I want to be able to protect myself if some crazy motherfucker tries to harm me or my son or any of my pets. You feel me? Okay, so let's get the facts here. Or so what the Daily Mail is saying are the facts. Yeah, here we go. Why did authorities spend 20,000 man-hours hunting for Kylie Rodney, only for an amateur divers to find her in a day? It wasn't even a day. It wasn't even. It's a question that's always haunted me, man. 20,000 hours, man. I would love to know where this $3.5 million rumor came from. And if it isn't actually more. You know? Actually, let me try Million Search and Rescue Kylie Rodney. Let's see if those 3 words help. There's a timeline of search from the SACB. That same one's coming up. Okay. Let me see this. Let me see how edited this is. August 5th through 7th. Probably ain't that bad. Oh, Kylie. There's so many pictures and so many videos and just so much missing from her case. It's crazy. See? And her death was later declared accidental by the Nevada. Okay, that's who made the call. But she did this to herself. And then whatever California Highway Patrol, like, it already sucks because the information that California Highway Patrol is getting, I'm gonna eat me some butterscotch drops right now because I just need a snack. I should have ate before I went live, but hey, here we are. Oh, I need to find what I just dropped so my dog don't get it. Sorry, I got squeaky. Nope. Can't have this. No. No, ma'am. I don't know what I was saying. I got sidetracked with my chocolate. Authorities said Rodney's phone was last pinged at 33 minutes after midnight. Sammy Smith, how'd you call her? How'd you talk to her? How'd you hear the party in the background? The public would like to know. And I'm sorry, but it is authorities' responsibility to explain that answer. The night before her disappearance, officials also said she was seen at a store around 6 p.m. Based on surveillance footage, like how crooked are your fucking eyes in your head? Like, every aspect of this case is fucked up. And honestly, like, Nevada County Sheriff's Office, you are solely responsible for the investigation into the death of Kylie Rodney. And it's just crazy because here's the crazy thing, and I can't stop thinking about this, so I'm just going to say it. I'm going to ask it, what county was Kylie living in? Was it Placer County? And that's why Mom called Placer County to report her missing? Because I have a question if that's a yes. Kylie Rodney was from Placer County, and she was found in Nevada County, right? Is that correct? Anybody? Let me know about that statement. Somebody, anybody. Okay, so Kylie Rodney is from Placer County, and her mom reported her missing first to Placer County, which it shows in the Placer County files that at 9:20 a.m., Lindsay Rodney Neiman reported Kylie missing. I'm just curious if she called Truckee PD first or not. I just want to look at their files just to get a time frame, since the news media and what they were allowed to present to us and then regurgitate across numerous platforms the same fucking thing. Like, if you ever listen to the newscasts of them, they say it in the same manner. Missing 16-year-old Kylie Rodney, and then they go on and they say the same fucking thing. Like, you could literally take the clips of all the news thingies and you can overlay them to see where the regurgitation is, where the script is. But the thing is Kylie's from Placer County, and Sammy's from Nevada County. And Nevada County, with the heavily influence of FBI, see, I see the discrepancy in it now. And this is all on Nevada County to investigate properly. Might take a while, but if officers lose their job over this, that's their problem. Okay, all right, hope y'all are ready for this. Still doesn't give me, it gives me numbers, but hold up, y'all, let me get my handy dandy notebook. Literally, I love these notebooks. They're some of my favorite. These little fucking handy dandy notebooks. Oh yeah. I write recipes in them, dates in them. Okay, this is Yuba City stuff. This is Janine Lewis stuff, so we'll just keep this all together. Tiffany Thiel. Man, what is all this written up in here? I like all that shit. Damn, I got camera notes in here. This is great, y'all. All right. So, I'm just going to start from the beginning and write down the base units to make sure these are the agencies that I definitely, and I think I have them all documented, honestly. So we got, we'll do it side by side just so that I have it. I'm going to put, this over here. And I'm going to go here. I'm going to go way to the top for now. All right, so California Highway Patrol. Shit. Oh, shit. Won't be police call logs, but I got some questions for you. See, Homeland Security. See, look, man. All right. See, I got places to for you. Till the truth comes out, you know? Look, if it takes me and other people working together behind the scenes to put this together, and it takes us 2 years, fuck yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna continue to expose it while I talk about it and research for myself, you know? Alright, so we got Homeland Security. I have Truckee Police Department, Truckee PD, Truckee Police Department, Nevada County Sheriff's Office. Alright, cool. Alright. So, numerous agencies, including the California Highway Patrol, the FBI, Homeland Security, Truckee Police Department, and the Washoe County Sheriff's Office, from the state of Nevada, joined the Placer County Sheriff's Office and the Nevada County Sheriff's Office in the search to help locate Rodney. The Sheriff's Office in Placer County said numerous resources were utilized during the search. Dude, I feel like a newscaster right now. This is nuts as fuck, dude. Do you hear the regurgitation in my voice even? We know damn well we've heard this over and over and over again. Collectively, the agency searched for Rodney for 19,951 hours. That's the number I need. Because I need accurate numbers, okay? Because we're gonna, okay? So, collectively, the agency searched for Rodney for 19,951 hours and received 1,871 tips. Damn, dude. All them tips, huh? Hope the FBI has them all. Because you're claiming here on the record there's over 1,800 tips, okay? So you got 1,871 tips in 2 weeks since she went missing. Over 100 volunteers were searching it. I think the number wound up being 200. We'll write 100 for now. I just want to see how much this changes too. Because I think this number is much larger. But I don't know, because this was written after the fact. Well, we'll look at it. Over 100 volunteers were searching for Rodney on foot. See? That's just the on-foot ones. Within the first couple of days after she went missing, the website findkylie.com, who created that? I try to find the information on the domain, but it will not say, which is weird, because normally when you do a who is, it'll tell you who they got it through and all that shit. It's crazy. Anyway, but that's redacted too. Was created by the family. Who? The family. Who's the family? Is the family the Rodneys? Is it the Robertsons? Is it the Smiths? The website, findkylie.com, was created by the family. See that? What family? See how they rate this shit? The family. Okay. To gather information about Rodden's, isn't that how SF used to spell it too? Rodden's disappearance. And didn't SF say, Upchurch say a story about out of his area that he lived in? About the Roden family, he talked to the person that, like, survived that shit? That's odd. It's weird that they misspell it here, and so did SF. Adventures with Purpose joins the search. See, and then they just skip all the good information. On August 21st, Adventures with Purpose found a car they believed belonged to Rhodey. Now they spelled her name even wronger. This is crazy, dude. They're just like throwing letters around, taking some out. Who wrote this? This is terrible. You misspelled her name twice already. Upside down. It's like they purposely misspell their names too, so that like it's lost in history of archives and shit like that. Who's Rhodey? A body believed to be Rodney was found inside. See, and this should... And they used the higher number because it was 9 and 14 feet. They're trying to make it seem like she was in it deeper than what she was, because it was 9 feet on one side and 14 on the other. They picked the number that made it sound like she was at the deepest point. Well, and that's the thing is, like, I don't know why they didn't do Rodney Neiman. Because it's clear that she had social media. Hell, her song came out is Kylie N. It's odd that they didn't add Neiman to it. And if you look at people that were close to her, they call her Kylie Rodney Neiman. I noticed when people... how can I word this? I notice when people comment on my videos, they say R.I.P. Kylie Rodney Neiman, and they hyphenate her name as well. Just saying. Just saying. I don't know if it's because they want to keep away from the Neiman last name. I don't know. Yeah, and they called her the Neiman girl. Yep. Yep. Sure did, Outdoorsy. That's what they know her as, the Neiman girl. Well, that's weird. Why would they... Just odd. Is it so you didn't figure out who she is? Or it's weird how they created road bumps in her entire case to throw it off, to steer a narrative, to fit a script, to, I don't know, that doesn't sound like an accident. Accidents don't require a skip. Okay, and then the whole way down here. We have weathered a storm of unfathomable force, and is purely thanks to the army of warriors, matriarchs, healers, and helpers holding us up that we continue to stand today. We have not had a look for helpers, as you have all come to our rescue in full force. We are forever indebted to you. And this had nothing to do with AWP, but they are warriors and helpers, so... Well, I can't even say warriors because, man, they fucking turned on that shit as soon as they figured out it was much deeper than what they wanted, effort they wanted to put into this victim that they found. It was just easier for people to move along. And it's so sad. Anyway, but it says, the Rodney Neiman family said. And it's crazy how they're directing who made this quote here. But... up here, the fuck was it at? When referring to who created the website, findkylie.com, it was created by the family. What family? What family? What family created that? The Smith family? What family? It's just odd that they're keeping... like they withhold certain information and tell you what they want you to think. And it's none of your business if you ask questions about this missing girl that went global because people were concerned that she might have been trafficked. It's just crazy how much... it's crazy how much media... you got all these other missing kids around, you know what I mean? All these other missing, like, it's crazy that how much was it on purpose that they, like, I want to know why for Kylie Rodney so much effort was put forth, yet when you hear about other stories, like, one, it didn't even require the police that much to find this missing person or whatever. But, like, to see certain areas utilize what they have and, like, really clamp down on things, but then you find something that has like so many hints of different types of corruption in it. And then the way they like withhold information and only feed you, it's crazy. I don't know what the unfathomable force is, but she said it, not me. The Rodney Neiman family said. This has nothing to do with how much. All right. All right, so what this is saying is as long as they use the term that they're volunteer search and rescue, they can claim that they didn't ask for no money, while these counties can do a handout based upon how much they as federal employees, state employees, how many hours they're going to get paid for. The volunteers don't get paid shit. Search and rescue volunteers, nothing. But if you think about it on a state level or a county level, those motherfuckers get paid. So if we have to take each individual officer that took part in we could get a number that way. That would take a lot of work. Yeah, so we would have to look into counties. We would have to look at, so we would have to, I ain't even keep right numbers. I could do my own numbers to see how much they actually did, but I need to find out, one, the officers, and then also you would have to get their wages, how much they made. I know there's a way you can do it online to see the wages month to month, or a yearly salary, and then you could break it down. But you could get a FOIA on the officers and the wages, so I'll just make a note of that here. Actually, no, I'm going to make a note of this here. All right, I need... Actually, I'm going to do this. Because it would only be these people's wages right here. All wages. And then I need all officers' names is what I need. What I need to do is go through, hold on, let me move this. We're going to take this and put this back here as long as it doesn't. Now we're going to work on something else. I'm sorry, I'm jumping all over the place. I know, I wonder if they're buying art or homes or what's going on here. Because it's weird, when you look at their background checks, this is one thing that I've noticed in background checks, is in background checks, they always like sell their houses for super cheap, or it's like a passed over deed is what they do. Yeah, and then when you look at all the grants from certain aspects of, we'll just say like behavioral health, they're homeless, they're, what is it? Health and Human Services. Yeah, if you see all these people, you can see the money trail. You can see the money trail from the Hembricks clear down. And it's just really crazy that you got a good old Nate Hembrick making an appearance, holding his mouth and shit, acting real fucking nervous, like you don't want to be there, you don't want to be seen. After cutting his hair, which is another crazy thing. And then you got the Hembricks that go to the fucking celebration of life. Now, why would a big wig, Silicon Valley, And all he does is help people with startups and shit like that. All he does, he's a big time investor in Silicon Valley, okay? Why would somebody like that? And then you have the mom, who is big time in potteries, and not the glass kind. But you have all these people, like, and you see them lurking around like cases. And I think it all ties together. The pot farms, the trafficking of said things, the movements of them. Art, realty. Oh, from Rough and Ready? I hated that town, but yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take a link. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is... See, I need to know who these people are. Like, this person here is from CHP, and it's NRS. I'd like to know what that is. And here's what's crazy on this. So, this person, NRS, which I'm curious who that is, claims that this footage, based upon this header, which is crazy, okay, based upon this header, that this footage is from 16:58, Sunday, August 21st, 2022. But I already see a discrepancy in your shit, because this is saying that it's August 21st, 2022 at 15:58. So, why are these times exactly 1 hour off? Because 15, which matches the footer, is this when you viewed this footage? Was 16 exactly an hour later? Because this one's 3:50 and this one's 4:50 in the afternoon. Yes. Like, it's just crazy because instead of these people using their capabilities to get justice, they're using their means, their power over these areas with their connections to protect the people that victimized these victims and perform cover-ups. I'm just gonna say it. I see the discrepancies. None of this says accident. None of it. All right, I need to start going through all of my FOIA stuff. But I'm going to first start with the autopsy, the coroner's report. And actually, I'm going to take this and this. I'm going to Control-C this. I'm going to go back to Kylie's case, and I'm going to go to her FOIA drops, and I'm going to make a Nevada County folder. And I'm going to put this all in one nice little organized folder. This other one, it's not two autopsies. This second one is me in here when I used to go over and highlight all the discrepancies in it. This is just the highlighted version of it. So, no, I don't have two different autopsy reports for those zooming in on my screen and shit. All right, so let's start it from the jump. How do I want to do this? Let me think for this for a second. Let me take this and put this up here and take this out of here and move this. Nope, wrong one. Come on, wrong one. This to here, and then I'll have both these organized here. I don't care if my window's too small, motherfucker. It's big as hell. Let's go. All right, so. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like this. All right, Nevada County, and Nevada County works with 3 multidisciplinary teams, which are corresponding with Nevada City Police, Grass Valley Police, and Nevada County Sheriffs. So I'm gonna pull this because I need to do this. Oh, motherfucker. That'll work. Actually, no. I could just do it this way. Oh. All right. Put it in the wrong fucking spot, dumb bitch. All right. Bear with me while I insert some rows here. Now let me make sure one more thing. Let me go on, where the hell is it at? Socials, people, no. It's on here somewhere. Give me a second. I have so much information here. No, that's not it. No, this is not it. I don't think this is it. Oh yeah, it is. Hold on. All right, so never mind. I have all the names off the. Yeah. Bow, bitch. All right, let's put this as career 12 bold centered. Let me just double check on these names. And then this way we can get an idea, because I need to get a list of all names of officers, so I might as well start working on this. Do a little bit of everything tonight. Let me read some chat. Ba, 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 da, ba. Everybody's chit chat. I love that y'all just chit chat up in here. Ooh, what's this? An hour 41. Can we listen to it? Can we just listen to it while I work on this? Because I could do that.
Text message and an email
141.
notifying you of an emergency. That message
Oh
is
my
sent
God.
from our
I know this video. I know this video. I do know this video. What'd you say, 141? Oh, 4110. Oh, what's she wearing? Oh, girl, no.
To be routine and non-controversial, they're either renewal contracts, amendment.
Okay, let's go.
Motion, we accept the report.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. Julie, can you call the roll?
Yes, District 3.
Yes.
District 1.
Yes.
District 5.
Yes.
District 2.
Yes.
District 4.
Why'd this go for
District
so far
4,
back?
yes. Okay, thank you very much.
This went way too far back.
Items that are expected to be routine and non-controversial, they're either renewal contracts, amendments, or items that have previously come before the board. The board of supervisors will act upon them at one time without discussion. Any board member may request that an item be removed from the consent calendar for discussion. Members of the public wishing to ask questions or hear discussion on items listed under the consent agenda may now raise their concerns to the board members. The supervisor will take these under concern, and then we'll go from there. So today we have the consent calendar, which is items 5 through 37.
Isn't that his name?
I will say we are pulling item 29 is pulled. And then with that, I would open up public comment for any of the items on consent.
Or I'll even turn her down a little bit.
Okay, no public comment on consent today.
There we go.
Julie, is there any written?
Working on two things and listening to something. Now I'm squirreling. This is how I normally work, by the way, y'all. I listen to videos while I do work.
My concerns are starting off with item number 31. Somebody bent that a little bit. Item
What?
31.
Bent what? I got to see
do with
this.
this budget. And
Consent.
I'm sorry, I got to see this.
Okay, no public comment on consent today. Julie, is there any written?
There's no public comment on consent. What? People should, like, consent to things, you know? Wait, what does it say? Billy, Arizona gets water from the Colorado River. Yes. That also runs through Arizona, and California is always begging for Arizona to give them water. And the Colorado runs through the Grand Canyon, correct? Look, when I went up to Royal Gorge, I think that goes over the... Does that go over the Colorado River there? Oh no, it's like 1,500 feet up. You get on a little fucking thingy, and you incline, and you go down the damn thing. All right, let's get it.
Okay.
Someone bent this microphone. This is what he's worried about.
My concerns are starting off with item number 31. Somebody bent that a little bit. Item 31 has to do with this budget. And the concerns about this budget...
Oh, he gonna get it.
The sub-documents show an attachment A. Did you all read that in very good detail? There's some discrepancies. I just wondered if you could explain them. The adjustment on page where it says under the subtotal of $2,171,400, and then there's another subtotal of $1.685,106 under the behavioral health. These are adjustments. So could you help me understand what these adjustments, why the budgets did not include these from the beginning of the year, and how you can add $1.6 million and $2.1 million in the budget?
Okay, thank you.
I'm not done. I'm asking a question.
Okay.
I'd like an answer. Where's the department heads?
Oh,
that
wow.
can help
When
answer
you're
that?
done, give me your items that you want, and then we'll come back and
Well, you
answer
might
this.
forget them because
I'm writing them down.
I don't really get them answered. So
So
that's,
actually, I'm going to clarify that. We even gave you need to leave us some information, how to get
Wow,
hold of
this
you to
bitch-
give you
wow.
information.
well, I thought you guys read this critically to ask.
What's
the
going
I'm just
on?
saying, when
How
you,
is another one?
I don't want to argue with you, Calvin. Tell me which other ones you want to do, please.
$7 million is
Calvin,
somehow going to be
You're
used
wasting
for
time, so
something.
tell me which other items you'd like to comment on.
You're gonna-
31 is one of them. Go ahead.
If you could restore some time, then I'd be able to have the rest of the presentation that I'm making. But you've cut my time off again. So am I going to speak, or I was waiting for an answer, and that's not an answer.
So in the,
So the other thing is the item, I would like this polled, this approval of this budget polled until we can have a public meeting where people can get answers to their questions. That's the first one. So I want you to poll item number 31. Also, the item regarding the Auditor Controller's Office, it appears that you're going to appoint somebody, and I'm going to advise...
So that's not on consent.
That's not on
That's on the
consent? Oh,
agenda.
that's coming later? Okay. So then the last thing is regarding this amount of money that's being put into behavioral health, I want it itemized as to what pay scales they're getting, the pay increases they got in the behavioral health and all public health. You've spent over $170 million is what I calculated under
Yikes.
CARS and SARS. So thank you.
Okay, thank you. Is there any other public comment on the consent items?
We do have one caller.
Okay, let's bring that caller in, please.
Can we bring the caller in, please?
Are you there?
Matthew Coulter. Yeah,
Hey, Matthew.
I'm just going to say, wow, dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign. And
Wow.
yeah, end of the year, pack it in. Thank you.
Thanks, Matthew. Any other comments or written comments, Julie? Okay, with that, I'm going to close public comment. I'm going to come back to the board. So does anybody have anything they want to pull otherwise?
Madam Chair, I would pull item number 31. I think we have people here to explain just how we handle
Okay.
that.
Heidi, anything from you?
Just 29, thanks.
Dan? Okay, so I will entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda minus 29, item 29 and item 31.
I'll move to approve the consent minus 29 and 31.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Julie, could you call the roll?
Yes, District 3.
Yes.
District 1.
Yes.
District 5.
Yes.
District 2.
Oh, yes.
And District 4.
District 4, yes. Okay, with that, we're going to go to, since Barry's here, this is great, I appreciate that, so Barry, on item number 31, could you give a little explanation how we come with these budget amendments?
Yes, Chair Hook, members of the board, Barry Anderson, I'm an analyst in the CEO's office. These amendments are arrived at or determined by departments if there are adjustments that arise due to, say, unforeseen programmatic activities. I mean, they are described in summary on that attachment A. Each of the items has a description about the driver behind the needed adjustment. And so those are submitted to the CEO's office, and we review them for reasonableness, and yeah, they're submitted to you. I mean, it's difficult to say in summary, sort of, or to apply a blanket statement to them, because they do, you know, they represent activity throughout the sort of the entire scope of the county services.
So, Chair Hook, we have our CFO, Martin Polt, here that could talk about how we reconcile our consolidated budget, and really appreciate Barry Anderson's support in bringing us to the board.
This is number 3684
I would defer to Barry. He's been very close to this, so Barry, please.
Yeah, I mean, if there are specific questions on specific items, or are you looking for a more general description of the process by which the budget amendment is?
Let's talk about the process.
Okay, so the process, like I said, every quarter we do review the budget against actual expenditures and actual contract obligations. Many items are brought to your board on a case-by-case basis, say a new contract.
I remember when this dude gave them shit about the NRAP. That one is from...
what we would classify as non-controversial adjustments that need to be
I want to say the meeting's from November.
Specific examples in the attachment A. For example, we have item CW1 AD06. It's the CDA administration budget. The budget was adopted with costs in one expenditure classification for their Acela software system.
Right.
Those costs need to be classified as capital asset.
All
so
right.
This budget amendment moves that money out of one class into another. There are maybe, so CW1 AD04 is another example. In transit services, they had some basically costs related to a building improvement that was not anticipated at the time, or higher than the anticipated amount during budget development. And so, viewed as non-controversial, those types of activities are submitted through this process.
Barry, I think the one that we're being looked at is the mental health, $1,299,000.
That one. But the behavioral health item, yeah. So oftentimes what happens, and my understanding of these particular items, is that the state oftentimes awards additional funds, and perhaps I have to apologize. We also, part of our process is, as analysts, we have sort of
Actually, no.
specific
I'm gonna
areas
write
of
that down.
expertise. The Health and Human Services Agency is not my particular area.
Yeah, I can speak to that. Barry, which item are we looking at, please? The behavioral health items? Yeah, I can speak to that, definitely.
12. Let me ask you one, let me cut the chase. Is this money coming out of general fund money, or is this state and federal money that we're transferring in and out of different accounts that as necessary?
I appreciate that, Supervisor Miller. These dollars in these two items are definitely not general fund, and they are from the primary HHSA operating fund. I mean, the bigger one, $1.685 million, and then the 2.17. And the first one is CalAIM. CalAIM is a kind of a continually changing, very large change for behavioral health that's been implemented on behalf of the state to increase the number of participants in Medi-Cal. And so it's hard to anticipate all of the changes in the budget. That's what that is. And they're using some fund balance there in their operating fund as well. And the second one is a realignment, use of fund balance. And similarly, there are contracts. As we know, behavioral health has major contracts with Turning Point, Victor, Community Support Services, and also they're increased by Medi-Cal. So I think both of those are driven by the CalAIM major state plan changes.
You'll eat some
And we saw these
tomatoes
amendments to the budget
from my garden.
Different meetings at a time, mostly.
Correct.
We do have the Health and Human Services Agency CFO online if that's needed as well, if you wish to do a deeper dive on the behavioral health item specifically.
I don't need it. In fact, I would make a motion to approve item number 31.
I would second that.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. It's been
You
moved
already
and
spoke,
seconded,
Mr.
so we would,
Who that?
Thank you, Mr. Clark.
Good question, BoobTube.
so with that, Julie, could you call the roll, please?
Yes, thank you. District 3?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
And District 4?
District
Wow.
4, yes. Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate
Wow.
you, Barry, Martin, Georgette. all of
Didn't
you,
even
thank
care
you.
about that dude's
So now we're
voice.
going to go back to item 29, which was a resolution approving Amendment 3 to the contract between the County of Nevada and the Niehaus Incorporated.
And like the thing that is like these people probably have to fight tooth and nail to get in here to speak out against this fucking board of supervisors, the city council, all that shit. Like, and you can hear them heckling him while he's trying to make a really logical debate, and they're like, pass, 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 pass.
So we'll go from that. Thank you, Georgette.
If I could take this one.
You can, thank
Chair.
you.
Yeah, thanks. I just wanted to pull this because so many folks in my district contact me regularly about the mine and this study. This item is simply an addition, a small addition to the contract, and I understand that the study will actually come back to us at a later date to approve. So I don't think we need to engage in a conversation on this. I've talked to Georgette about the kind of questions there might be about this, and I'm hoping we can wait until that comes to us and have a conversation about that. I just want to use this moment to highlight that there will be a webinar on this study on December 15th at 6 o'clock that everyone is invited to participate in. You can send your questions in advance. They're going to be explaining what the study is. You can also read it online. So Georgette, do you want to just emphasize those?
All right, so it's not here.
Sure. Thank you. Good morning, honorable supervisors. I'm Georgia Arno, Senior Management Analyst in the CEO's office. As Supervisor Hall said, there will be a webinar where the consultant, which we refer to by their acronym RDN, will present the findings of the report and the assumptions that were used for the analysis. As already stated, it's at 6 o'clock Thursday night, and you can find how to either register for it or the night of, just the same location. It's our website, www.nevadacounty.ca.gov/IMM economic report. And that will take you to the page. You can read the report, again, sign up for the webinar. And as mentioned, submit any questions in advance or comments.
Thank you. So I just want to encourage folks who have questions about the report to go online on the 15th and learn more about what it's about. Thank you, Georgia.
Thank you.
Will they be taking any questions during the webinar, or does it all have to be pre-asked?
There will be the Q&A chat function, and to the extent possible, they'll try to answer questions, but we'll also collect the questions. And after the webinar will be recorded, so if people aren't able to view it live, they'll have the opportunity to view it afterwards, and then we'll post their presentation with the written responses to the questions that are addressed during the webinar.
And just to be clear, this is not the EIR. It's not part of the EIR. It's a separate study that the county commissioned. That EIR will be addressed at a later date at the county. Any other questions?
No questions for me. Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
Actually, I'm gonna put.
Second.
Julie, it's been moved and seconded for item 31. Could you call the roll? Item 29.
Yes, thank you, Chair. District 3.
Yes.
District 1.
Yes.
District 5.
Yes.
District 2.
Yes.
And District 4.
District 4, yes. I'm looking forward to that webinar.
Thanks, Georgette.
No, I'm not going to die on you, I promise. Okay, with that, I'm going to adjourn as the Board of Supervisors and convene as the Nevada County Sanitation District Number 1 Board of Directors, and we'll go to their consent calendar. These items are expected to be routine and non-controversial. The Board of Supervisors will act upon them on one time without discussion. Any board member may request that an item be removed from the consent calendar for discussion. So the consent calendar for the sanitation district is item 38A and B. Does anybody have any comments, public comment on items 38A and B? Sorry, guys, I got a cough.
What the fuck?
Okay, there's no public comment, so I'll close public
Take
comment.
a drink, lady.
Motion to approve.
Second. It's been moved and seconded for the consent calendar. Julie, can you call the roll?
Yes, thank you. District 3.
Yes.
District 1.
Yes.
District 5.
Yes.
District 2.
Yes.
And District 4.
District 4, yes.
That would be funny if a YouTuber called in. It ain't gonna be me because I don't do phone calls.
On the agenda for the Board of Directors.
You're lucky you get me on here.
Of the jurisdiction of the Nevada County Sanitation District.
Ooh. I should shut up. I
Julie,
almost
is there
choked
anyone
on a
online, or
tomato.
is there any written comments?
Oh, if you choke
No
them.
written comments, and I'm not seeing anyone online.
Okay, great. Well, with that, we're going to adjourn as the Nevada County Sanitation District Number 1, and we're going to reconvene as the Nevada County Board of Supervisors. So with that, we're going to take about 10 minutes. I know we're running a little late, but we're going to take about a 10-minute break, so we'll be back here at 10:05. I know, I don't know what.
So that's 11:05, Chair.
Thanks for the clarification. Do you think I'm not?
Oh, wait. So wait. He arrived on scene at 18:58? What time is that in the afternoon? 6:58 p.m. he arrived. Dude, I love this shit. It's good. It's good. I'll take the infomercial. I'll talk during it. It's good to put this shit in order. It tells a timeline. Tells you when who gets there, what happens. I wish I had a better timeline for Kylie, but since I don't, I'll do it this way. Oh my.
Efforts to.
Ooh. Okay. 10:07 SAR request reported to Placer County Sheriff's Office. I thought it was like 10:02. Hold on. Let's go back up to the 6th. I'm gonna make sure all their shit adds up. Don't you worry. 9:06, I need 8:06 at 10:07 a.m. There's your search and rescue Prosser Lake. It lines up. Check. Reported to Placer County from Nevada County. Ah, yep, there it is, right there. All right, Nevada County 6, right there. Oh, what'd I just do? Oh my god, come on. What is this right here? Why is this down here? Oh my goodness.
We're all back here.
What does that keep doing that for?
So we're going to move on to our next item, and it's item 39. And
Crazy.
Mike Dent, thank you for being here. And this is about, you're going to do a PowerPoint for us and for our collections and housing director. That's what you do, and we appreciate you very much.
Thank you, Chair Hook, and greetings to the rest of the Board of Supervisors. Mike Dent, Director of Child Support, Housing, and Community Services. This is the Housing and Community Service presentation. And to my left is Joe Nake. He is a Program Manager at Hospitality House. Currently the Vice Chair of Continuum of Care 531, which is our Continuum of Care. And as of next meeting will be the Chair of COC 531. And through this Homeless Housing Assistance and Prevention Program effort, an important partner and a co-applicant for Round 3 funding. The item before you, SR 22-1552, is an
That's what's up for Calvin,
presentation
huh?
that's required by the State of California Interagency Commission on Homelessness, CAL-ICH.
Yeah, I noticed that he speaks in a lot of these, or he'll do like call-ins, and he just tells them how it is. It's good shit. I love listening to these meetings. I ain't even from this area, and I listen to this shit. Because it's some shady-ass shit, y'all.
Part of the Round 4 funding. We brought Round 3 funding to you back in June, and part of the requirement for Round 3 HHAP funding was the establishment of the Homeless Action Plan. And this, with Round 4, requires the same public comment period, and also will bring some data forward that will start looking longitudinally with our efforts on homelessness as a coordinated effort amongst not just the nonprofit providers in our community, but our coordinated efforts to reach the end of homelessness, ideally. This notice for this particular meeting was posted on our website and outside in the lobby last week to satisfy the requirements of CAL-ICH. So what's a little strange about this process is we've already submitted our application. It was due November 29th. And so we submitted it. We, along with many other jurisdictions, including COC 531, have yet to have their public comment period due to the compressed nature of the application process. The governor on the first week in November put a pause on all of our action plans. So we only had our action plan from June approved on the 23rd of November. So it was approved after the summit meeting that I believe you attended, Supervisor Hook. So this time around for Round 4 funding, as I mentioned previously, it was a co-application for about $1.2 million with the COC on Round 3 that we haven't gotten the money yet. We just signed the standard agreement and submitted that 2 weeks ago. But moving forward for Round 4 purposes, we will be applying just for the county funds, and the COC has asked and desires to apply for their funding separately. However, we're still following the same action plan. We're still communicating with our spending to coordinate efforts. You'll see that later on in the presentation. And all things I think are going to be well, because there is a lot of communication between the two entities. So, landscape analysis. The community's been looking for this information for a while. This is our point in time count from 2022. The data set that CAL-ICH provides us as part of Round 4 application includes the numbers for our 2022 PIT count, with the asterisks because Housing and Urban Development, HUD, has not approved our numbers yet. They were submitted in April? Normally, they're approved by HUD in October. However, we haven't received that approval yet. What Cal ICH bases their funding metrics on the PIT count. So they've suggested to all entities to apply for the same amount of money you got in round 3, what you were eligible for in round 3, and we'll let you know in January or February what your actual amount is. So we will be coming back to the board once we get the award for round 3, we have to come back to the board and amend budgets. But also for round 4, we'll come back and let you know what they allocate for us, because we're not sure. We're being told about the same, because there is about a $1 million release of funding for round 4.
Yikes.
But the PIT count, point in time count, is something we've been doing for a very, very long time. The state is used 2019 PIT count information as the baseline for round 3 funding. They're using 2022.
I probably won't be.
It's not
I'm honestly going to hop off here.
As our set for.
I was going to hop off a little bit ago. The more I listen, the more I'm about to fall asleep.
COVID.
And now my stomach's full of tomatoes.
PIT count one year, and then the other year we did a sheltered only PIT count.
I'm going to go enjoy my acid reflux. And I'm going to listen to some boob tube. And then I'm going to... Actually, I'll probably go over to Rumble and listen to some Rumble while I doze off. I got to get up at a decent time tomorrow. I got a lot of shit to do before Fee gets home. And then I'll probably be back at it again tomorrow. I hope to see your video soon. I'm excited for that shit. I love y'all so very much. Thank you for being here. God bless you all. Good night.